Well, hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Explorer Keys 94 here on YouTube. I am in my country's capital city, the city of Ottawa, Ontario. Really looking forward to showing you a few episodes here in the city. And in this episode, we're going to be also walking across to a whole other province, the province of Quebec. So without further ado, from the Eternal Flame here at Parliament Hill, let's go out on an adventure in Ottawa. So I should point out that there are a lot of cranes here. This has been going on for such a long time. It is a very extensive renovation project, so much so that all the MPs, all the politicians that are supposed to sit in this particular building here have to move over to, I believe it's West Block over here. And that is where they are currently meeting for passing all the bills, all the laws, all the important stuff that the federal government has to do. From what I remember being told, is about a decade-long project, and that was back in 2017. Next year is 2027, so fingers crossed that all the scaffolding, all these cranes and all that kind of stuff will go away, and we'll see a nice, clear, fresh Parliament Hill. And this group of statues here is commemorating the War of 1812. Back in the day, lots of long muskets. Very important, influential war, dare I say. It was a very important part of history. Fought on land and on water, the War of 1812 helped shape the future of Canada. To defeat the American invasion, people from various walks of life came together, men and women, military personnel, and civilians, English, French, and Aboriginal peoples. The figures on this monument reflect the diversity of those who joined forces to defend this land and ensure Canada's existence. And here we have a statue of our longest-serving Prime Minister, William Lyon Mackenzie King. He served for 22 years. So under this guy's leadership, he introduced old age pensions, unemployment insurance, and veterans pensions. And also during World War II, he was a very influential Prime Minister during that era. Very stressful time to be Prime Minister during World War II. And here we have the Ottawa locks of the Rideau Canal. Really recognizable landmark here in Ottawa when you come to visit. Over there is the Ottawa River, and just on the other side of the water is the province of Quebec and the city of Gatineau. And let me tell you, you don't have smell-o-vision yet on YouTube, but it really smells like lake here. I don't know how else to describe it. It just smells like an overpowering smell of lake, like weeds, lake weeds. Anyway. Just thought I'd make sure I be as descriptive as I can. So as I'm showing you all this stuff, we are actually gradually making our way to a letterbox cache. It's actually an old school letterbox. So I really hope that we actually get to find this thing. It does involve a lot of directions, and ground zero is somewhere over there. So we're gonna walk over there and see if we can tackle this letterbox. And also really get some nice views. The views just keep getting better and better around here. I do believe we have a pile of cannonballs. Pretty solid. Well, not gonna lie, that letterbox really confused me. So we're gonna change plans. We're gonna go work our way, do a bit of a loop, walk into Quebec from there, just over there. But in the meantime, we're gonna look for some actual physical geocaches, and stay tuned for that. Let's go. Okay, so right now we are walking down Sussex Drive, which is the same drive that the Prime Minister's residence is on, 24 Sussex Drive. But right now, 24 Sussex Drive is not in great repair right now. They're looking at potentially renovating it and bringing it back to its livable state. But at the moment, the Prime Minister is currently living in Rideau Cottage, which is essentially on the grounds of the Governor General's residence. So basically, the Prime Minister is a tenant of the Governor General. And to all my American subscribers, this is the Embassy of the United States of America, here in a very well-situated place in Ottawa. That's your embassy right there. So some of you might be wondering where the heck I'm walking to. Well, first stop on this trip for a geocache is a virtual cache at the Notre Dame Basilica here. Really neat cathedral, and we're going to be hopefully getting inside. Right now I see a lot of construction. Okay, so apparently all I need to do is to take a photo of myself with this beautiful church behind me. It is under construction. I do not believe that we can enter it right now. Still lots of things to do today. I have a lot of stuff planned, so I'm really looking forward to doing more stuff throughout the day. But great little stop along our adventures here in Ottawa. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right. Victory. All right, now the first physical geocache of the day. I've not found it yet, but I believe it is in this general area. Check it out. I have a feeling that it's actually going to be right above my head. Shit. Okay, well, I guess I got it. All right, mission accomplished. I notice the closer I get to the Ottawa River, the more French I see. Well, here we are at another geocache site in an area that I've never been to. Istanbul Cultural House Cafe just across the road here, Cumberland Street. And spoiler alert, folks, we got ourselves a geocache right about here somewhere. I wonder where it could be. I have not found it yet, as you could probably notice. Oh, what the heck? Man, these geocaches take a wicked amount of stealth. Like, man, there it is. So the logbook was rather mucky, so I'm going to mention that to the cache owner. I'll send a photo with my log of myself with the logbook, and hopefully, well, someone will be able to replace it with logbook paper. Unfortunately, I do not have paper with me right now, but I'm sure that another geocacher in the area will be able to add some. I'm just checking my pockets as we speak. Definitely looks like it's part of the structure, but it's not. Love those kinds of geocaches. Beware the cobra chicken. They follow me around doing their cobra chicken stuff. Oh, did you know another name for a cobra chicken is a goose? Anyway, but more popular name is cobra chicken. So this building is the National Research Council of Canada. The National Research Council is entirely dedicated to science and research. So a lot of brains pass through the doors of this building. Lots of very smart brains. Yeah, I will say, and perhaps I've kind of forgotten the feeling because I haven't been to Ottawa in such a long time, but I really get the sense that this is a true, like, fortified capital city. There's government buildings everywhere. There's security everywhere. Whole bunch of cameras, all that kind of stuff. Because it is our federal, national capital city here in the beautiful country of Canada. All right, folks, we are now in the process of walking across the Ottawa River into another province, Quebec. And on this bridge, there is a geocache. Apparently the container itself, half of it is in Quebec and half of it is in Ontario. So I'm looking forward to finding this one. Technically it is listed in Quebec. Apparently it is like right on the border. So I'm looking forward to this. All right, here we go. Right up there, that is the border between Ontario and Quebec. So right now, one foot is standing in Ontario and the other foot is standing in Quebec. Right above the river here. And apparently there is a geocache on this bridge and half the container is in Ontario, half the container is in Quebec. And guess what? I think I found it. Right here, folks. Beautiful spot for a cache on the bridge overlooking the beautiful Ottawa River as it makes its way to the St. Lawrence River. At a beautiful spot, and a geocache that coincidentally is on the border between two provinces. All right, folks, signed, sealed, delivered. Gonna put it back in its rightful location as soon as these cyclist muggles go by here. Oh, I almost dropped my sunglasses and they almost went into the river. Oh, that would be bad. Right, back where it rightfully belongs, right in there. All right, cache that is straddling the border. All right, let's walk into Quebec, shall we? All right, folks, bienvenue à Quebec. We are here. We are in a whole other province, and we can therefore find some Quebec geocaches. Really looking forward to finding some of those on this side of the river. An interesting fact about Quebec and Ontario. So by land mass, Ontario is the second largest province in Canada, but Quebec has the largest land mass geographical. Ontario, though, has the largest population, and Quebec has the second largest population in Canada. Fun facts about the two provinces here. All right, we're gonna go and look for some geocaches and hopefully get something to drink at some point. All right, first geocache of the trip on Quebec soil, at least, and not a bridge deck. We got ourselves a nice little blue bison tube hanging in the tree here. Look at that. Beautiful. It even matches the Quebec flag blue. Now, I have to admit, being in Quebec right now as an Anglophone, as somebody who only really is able to speak fluent English, I don't speak very much French. And I'm in a part of the country that really values its French language. So I'm always a little bit shy when it comes to trying to use my very garbled and grade 5 French, whatever grade that I learned most of it in. I'm always a little bit fish out of water here, to be honest, but always good to be back. It's a very nice province. I really like Quebec. especially Quebec City. We're a bit far away from Quebec City right now. We are in another great place, which is the Ottawa Gatineau area. Amazing. I'm currently going for a geocache that I had solved, I don't know how many years ago. Many years ago. And so, spoiler alert, I'm gonna try to not give away the location too much. Somewhere around here. But it is a mystery cache, and yeah, like I said, I don't know how I solved it, when I solved it, or any of that, and it is over here. So let's go ahead and see if we can find this thing. I'm gonna try to do my editing magic and keep this thing a little bit censored. Right. Well, folks, after all these years, right now, just sitting on the grass right now, I found it. After I don't know how many years of having it solved, glad to finally find it. Signing and sealing and putting back where it rightfully belongs. We are at the site of a virtual cache, and it is a statue dedicated to Rocket Richard, Maurice Richard, who played for the Montreal Canadiens and a very well-known hockey player. So, when you find yourself in Gatineau, great place for a stop at a virtual here. Shed. Number 9. Except guess what? Tune in next week and you'll see a more specific episode featuring this museum. So if you haven't already, please subscribe because you'll be able to see the next episode of this museum. What's it like in there? Walking back into Ontario. All right, so I think it's officially getting kind of stormy. The weather is pretty consistent. The wind is coming from the west and just blowing right to the east. We're gonna try to see if we can go to another part of Ottawa here. One of the reasons why I want to do that is because I want to try to find a letterbox cache today because I'm still working on that letterbox calendar grid situation. So we're gonna take public transit and head on over to that way, westward, and hopefully find a letterbox that is on my radar down there. So let's go see what we can do before it gets dark. Just I don't know if this is a regular Saturday or what else is going on. Okay, this is the first time I've ever taken the LRT in Ottawa, so we're gonna find out, you and I, how to do this. It's awfully quiet here. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do a single ride ticket. Yeah, I don't need a day pass right now. I'll do single ride, okay. Okay. Alright. We got ourselves a ticket. Sweet. I don't need a receipt. Alright. Okay, we're going towards Tunney's pasture. So guess this is how we go. Kind of a cool station. Kind of reminds me of the Canada line, actually, back home. Ah, okay. Cool. Oh, yeah. Very similar to the Canada line. King's pasture in 3 minutes. All right.
Prochaine station, Baby. Correspondance vers la Baby Station. Tunney's Castor Station. Last stop. Station Tunney's Castor. No.
Okay. As you can tell, I'm very new to this. Just a guy riding a bike, towing his canoe. Very Canadian. Gotta say, so far I'm pretty impressed with Ottawa's LRT. Kind of similar to, yeah, like I said, our Canada line going from downtown Vancouver to Richmond or our airport. But also very similar to Edmonton's LRT and Calgary's LRT. So all very user-friendly, I would say. A few little learning curve things, but not so bad. All right, we finally made it to the initial starting coordinates of this fallen diplomat's letterbox, taking us to a very impressive public art piece. And I believe that I have to answer some questions to find out the coordinates. It's a bit of a multi-style letterbox. I think it involves a projection. So we are going to try to figure this out. It's pouring rain right now. It's Ottawa. It's rainy in Ottawa. It's the heaviest raindrops. The largest raindrops I've ever seen was not in British Columbia. It was in Ottawa. Fun fact. But look at this. Cool. Okay, I think we've calculated everything that we could calculate here. I have a feeling the cache is actually going to be in a tree over here. Alrighty, I think it's going to be in one of these trees. I did not bring a tool of the trade. Apparently this geocache is high up. So I may actually have to climb the tree. I hope not. We'll find out. Well, spoiler alert, folks. I think I've spotted it here. Ta-da! It's up in the tree. It's pretty big, actually. I might actually add some of my business cards in there. I might be able to get it down with a stick. We'll see. See if I can find a stick here. I couldn't find any sticks. I mean, I guess I could search for over here, but I think what would make for entertaining YouTube is a time lapse of me climbing that tree and watching me struggle in fast speed. So let's do this. Okay, sign the logbook. I will go back up there, move it up higher to the branch that it was at, but I want to add some business cards to it because this is the largest cache I think I've found on this trip so far. So why not? Okay, so GoPro power is at about 26% right now, so I'll probably see you once I check into my room for the next couple nights and charge my stuff. Check back later today. Well, folks, I checked into my room. I got a change of clothes, freshened up, because my goodness, what a hefty day today. Nice, still, you know, cloudy weather, but still not too bad. So we're gonna head out, get some food, some beer, and then head back here and likely sleep for a decent amount of time, because tomorrow we have some more adventures, and that is for the next episode. So stay tuned for that. But let's go and grab a pint, shall we? Terry Fox. Well, folks, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Sport Continue for here on YouTube. Made it to Tier Market here on Spark Street. Really good food. I've been here before. So I want to thank you all very much for coming along on this adventure with me. And until next time, I've been adventuring. Yeah, thanks for